Good morning! Guess what finally came in the mail? Teddy bear pop socket. I can finally decorate my Kindle. I'm gonna give y'all the behind the scenes so y'all can see how I make my TikToks. So as you saw earlier, I was decorating my Kindle. Can we just take a minute? It is so stinking cute. I'm obsessed. Like, just look at it. We got enemies to lovers up here, books, spice, and everything nice. This one says antidepressants, and it's like a jar of books. You can't see the anti. This one on the bottom says, just give me more books. Just give me my money. But it's so cute. I just love it so much. I'm obsessed. I wish I would have done this earlier, like early October. It's the end of November. I probably won't switch it out till February at this point. But it's so cute, so adorable. Anyways, we are finally about to finish the last chapter of my Oxford year. We have 13 minutes left in this chapter, and then I'm pretty sure the epilogue is right after. So I've been savoring this so we can read together and give you guys my final reactions as soon as I finish. Just a quick little spoiler, it doesn't end in like a cutesy way. Like, ever since The Secret was told, the story has kind of gone into a different direction. So it's still about love, but not in that cutesy, happy-go-lucky type of way. Like, there's raw, deep emotions and life circumstances that are taking place. So I'll get into that once I finish reading. Guys, okay, first of all, definitely recommend. Oh my god, I can't believe I just finished that. That's my 12th book. I've officially read 12 books this year. That was a goal of mine, to read 12 books, and I just realized that I did that. Alright guys, let's talk about it. Okay, my rating for my Oxford year, I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I feel like I don't continue reading a book if I know I don't like it. That's just me. And so I knew I was gonna like this just because of the storyline and when I first read the sample like months ago. So yeah, I was hooked since then. My Oxford year is about Ella. She's an American woman. She's studying over in England at Oxford on a Rhodes Scholarship, and then she falls in love with her professor, Jamie Davenport. He's only a couple years older than her. Like, she's 25, I believe, and he, I want to say, is in his late 20s, so I think like 28, maybe 27, because he's getting his PhD. So the story basically begins with them having this light-hearted romance, you know, they keep it casual, if you know what I mean, but the more they spend time with each other, the more feelings start to grow and deepen. And then all of a sudden, I want to say halfway through the book, she finds out his secret unexpectedly, and then that's when the book literally like does a whole 180. But the secret makes her care about him even more, which I love, because what he's going through is real life stuff and something you wouldn't wish on anybody. I'm trying to say this without doing spoilers. I might have to do some spoilers towards the end. So yeah, the story explores love, loss, and the choices that shape our lives. She definitely has to make some hard choices. Not only is she a Rhodes Scholar at Oxford, but she is simultaneously working as I think her title is like education correspondent or education. I'll put on the screen what I'm trying to say. Her first day in England, she gets a call from the manager, I believe, of one of the candidates who's running for president in the next election. And the person who calls her, she like looks up to, been one of her idols, I guess. And so he called her, offered her a job because of her experience that she's had. But she's like, I'm about to be studying in Oxford for a year and I won't be back until June. He's like, oh, that's fine. Basically, she's working remote for this campaign. But now towards the end of the book, when the life-altering secret that Jamie has is getting worse, she's kind of thinking like, oh, I might not be back in America in June, and I might not be back ever. Yeah, sorry, that was a spoiler. I'm gonna just give the spoiler version right now, so please fast forward if you're going to read the book. The secret that Jamie has is he has cancer. He's been trying to hide it. None of Ella's friends know, his fellow students. None of them knew, like, no one would have guessed it. Only certain people, like obviously his parents knew, until they all came one day to Jamie's parents' house in Scotland because Jamie wanted to surprise her for her birthday and they all went there. When you're around people for like long periods of time, you can't really hide everything that's going on in your life, so it came out at the dinner, and so then that's when they all knew. But then things got worse. He was rushed to the hospital. That's what I was just reading these last couple of chapters. He basically was in a coma because he had did a trial that he didn't want to do, but he just ended up doing. You really gotta get into it because it's hard not to talk about a book without like spoiling it, and I low-key need to like either join a book club or start a book club. Basically, Ella makes the decision to stay in England because Jamie eventually does wake up from his coma, and the trial that he did bought him some time, so she wants to spend those last however many weeks or months with him because her job had called her, promoted her the day before because she had given them an idea about the campaign, and so they promoted her because the idea worked. And then the next day they're calling her like, oh, actually we need you back now, not June. Mind you, I think it's like March, if I'm not mistaken, or Christmas. Oh, no, I think it's December. Yeah, it's December, and they're asking her to come back 6 months ahead of time. Like, no. So yeah, literally the last part, she was like, no, I'm deciding to stay because obviously she loves Jamie at this point. But the last line was like, it's a good thing I don't love you, Ella from Ohio. And I'm like, did I miss something? Was that a joke? Did you just say that as a joke? Must have, because come on now. Overall, like I said, I'd give this 4 stars. My Oxford year was a nice cozy read, but I'm just happy that I finally reached my goal of 12 books. Like, that is an accomplishment for me. Hello. It is Saturday now. The following Saturday. Last week got busy. This week I kind of been in like a reading slump. Today and tomorrow I'm definitely going to be reading some more because I want to finish this book so I have time to read a Christmas book before the end of December, because this was on my fall TBR and we're still reading this. Anyways, we did some tabbing and I'm officially 50% done. I'm on chapter 13, page 174. I finally got to a good part in this book. I feel like every book has that turning point chapter where things start to, reach the climax of the book or sets the tone for the rest of the story. And for me, that was chapter 9. But before I get into that, for those of you who didn't watch my last video, let me tell y'all what this book is about. So it's about Kiki and Malachi. Kiki hosts her own show called Brown Sugar, and she's known for advising women to avoid like messy entanglements with players, but she ends up in an awkward position when she shares a kiss with Malachi, who's he transferred from a different college, but he kind of like contradicts her reputation, basically. So her being caught kissing him at a very public event, I think it's called like Freaky Fridays or something that they have on campus. Yeah, she was caught kissing him there. So now they have to act like they're in a relationship to basically repair her credibility. Malachi agrees to it because they're both working on separate projects, and so this fake dating helps them in their individual projects. I don't want to spoil what their projects are because that's kind of what the book is about too. But anyways, in chapter 9, they basically go out for the first time on a date, fake date, and they basically like agree to their terms, like how they're gonna go about this. Even though they are speaking about the logistics of things, they really start to open up, and Malachi is the first one that does so, and then Kiki kind of feels okay to do so because he did it first. That's why I have so many tabs all in like one chapter. And the colors aren't like specific. I just was doing every other. I did yellow, orange, pink, yellow, orange, pink because hello, yellow and orange. And then I felt like the pink. There's a little bit of pink right there in her shirt. But yeah, I don't really tab my books, but I just had to for this chapter and pairing it with the audiobook. And as you can see, I've been literally listening to all the chapters on the audiobook because it just pairs so well. Like the other day, I was putting the dishes away and I was listening to it and I was so entertained. If you're gonna read this book, listen to it with the audiobook. It is just chef's kiss. I just wanted to share my thoughts so far with you guys because I'm 70 more pages into the book. I finally got to the good juicy part where they're starting to open up, getting to know each other, maybe starting to catch feelings that they don't want to admit yet, especially Kiki. Kiki is more like, I would say, guarded than Malachi. You can tell it's hard for her to be vulnerable, and she kind of opens up as to why. Like, obviously there's more that us, the reader, is obviously going to find out as we continue to read. But what I like about Malachi is that he is picking it up. He sees her already, and she's starting to notice that, and she's like, why has he already got me hot and bothered? Like, she be having these warm fuzzy feelings. Oh, they also have cute nicknames for each other. Like, he calls her Scotch and she calls him Kai. There's just so many little cute things that happen in this chapter that I have to tab. I'm enjoying this read. It's been pretty cute so far. Let's continue reading because I'm very intrigued to see what happens next. So that is why we got the score for. Okay, we are finally about to get into the last 50 pages of this book because I'm ready to read a Christmas book and we need to move on. Yeah. Hey everyone, it's now January, lol, happy new year. I wasn't gonna finish this video, but it's 2025 and I need to stop sitting on content, so here we are, finishing the video. What I wanted to do was a digital book journal. I've seen a lot of people doing this on YouTube. Instead of having like a physical book journal, they have a digital one. Until I figure out which one I want to buy on Etsy, I'm just gonna do mine in Canva for now, because I've seen a lot of good ones on Etsy. I don't know which one I want just yet. So for today, I just wanted to like do a page to highlight all the books that I read last year. And also I just made a new Instagram page called Stories with Sana if you guys want to go follow. It's strictly a Bookstagram account, so I'll be posting all my book reviews, my TBRs for the month, my wrap-up videos, just all book things will be on that page. And if you follow my page, you'll see I did a yes no maybe of my 2024 reads, so if you want to go check that out and see how I basically feel about all the books that I read, then go over and like that video. Tell me in the comments if you guys have read the books as well and let me know what you think. But right now I'm gonna go ahead and download all the book cover images, and then we're gonna go into Canva to show you guys how I create my book journal. Since I'm losing light, I will post a picture here of what it looks like. So I feel like I'm probably gonna tweak something. I hope I inspired you guys to start doing your own digital journal if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to follow my new book Instagram account and still follow me on TikTok because TikTok is back. We still on TikTok. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.